Matrix is a system, Neo. That system is our enemy. But when you're inside, you look around, what do you see? Businessmen, teachers, lawyers, carpenters, the very minds of the people we are trying to save. But until we do, these people are still a part of that system, and that makes them our enemy. You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged. And many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on the system, that they will fight to protect it. Were you listening to me, Neo? Or were you looking at the woman in the red dress?
I was...
Look again. Freeze it.
This isn't the Matrix.
No. It's another training program designed to teach you one thing. If you are not one of us, you are one of them.
Hey YouTube world, Harvest is plenty. Thanks for stopping by to check out the video. Please don't forget to hit or smash that thumbs up or like button for me. I greatly appreciate your support. So today I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about the Matrix system, about hidden power that's being wielded from behind the curtain or from the shadows. And May 1st, 1776. I try not to keep you long. So Morpheus, he was training and teaching Neo. And he asked Neo, were you paying attention, or were you steady looking at the lady in the red dress? And that's what we do as humans. Oftentimes we're so focused on the lady in the red dress that we miss the obvious, everything that's around us and right in front of us. We miss that we're living and operating in the Luciferian matrix system. Morpheus told Neo, he said, Neo, when you look inside of this system, what do you see? You will see school teachers. You will see coaches, bus drivers, principals, lawyers, doctors, police officers, administrators, stockbrokers, financial planners, plumbers, truck drivers, carpenters, so on and so forth. All of these occupations and jobs. People at different educational levels. People at different income levels. People from all various ethnic backgrounds. But what's the commonality? He said they are all hopelessly tied into and dependent upon the same matrix system. But he said these people will become dangerous because they will willingly fight and die to defend the same system that you're trying to free them from. And that's where we're at today. People are campaigning left and right. But the choice of who wins has already been decided a long time ago. It was often said, or once said, that if voting works at the presidential level, that they wouldn't even allow us to do it. Guys, the determination of who wins on November 5th has already occurred behind the scenes. It's a game and the world is a stage. And I need you guys to see that. I'm trying to free you guys from this matrix system. Most people don't want to be freed. They don't want to be red pilled. They don't want to know the truth. But Jesus said only the truth will make you free. You must worship God in spirit and truth, not spirit and falsehood. May 1st, 1776 was the day that the Illuminati was officially, the Enlightened Ones, they was officially organized into practice or into office. Now they've been working in the pre-stages before 1776, I think up to 1774 maybe, but it was officially announced or declared May 1st, 1776. That's important because I have a video coming after this called Upload concerning the presidential election that I'm going to point back to this video and to the date of May 1st, 1776. Now they took this date and they stamped it on the back of your dollar bill. It's at the base of the pyramid. It's not about the founding of America. People say, well, America was birthed or born in 1776 with the Declaration of Independence and the ratification of the 13 colonies. Well, 13, that's something else because we didn't ratify the Constitution when it was only 9 or 10 or 11 or 12. We waited till 13. Why 13? I will explain that in another video. But please know that power has been wielded over America for a long time. America's the new Atlantis. I read part of the book, America's Secret Destiny by Manly P. Hall, indicating that. So don't get yourself in trouble, go out and protest and, and throw a tirade or fit if your candidate doesn't win on November 5th, because the selection was done a long time ago. But if you don't believe me, you think your vote counts, and if your candidate doesn't win, you will say it was because of something went wrong with the election process. Election integrity is what they call it. They stole the election, or such and such defrauded this or defrauded that. They want to get you guys out there killing each other and rioting and looting and doing all of this stuff so they can enact martial law and take the system down, because they need to bring up a new system to get this new world order going. I've told you guys that a number of times. A number of times I said that. Event sequence driven. I love you guys. Don't fall for this Luciferian matrix system and the lies that they are telling you on YouTube. There are many channels that are pushing lies, and they're telling you to get your gun ready. Get your gun and your gunpowder ready. War is coming, and we need to get out there and do something about it. Don't get yourself arrested. Don't get yourself locked up and sent to prison or killed or hurt fighting over something that you have no control over. Whether you believe me or not is up to you. The proof is in the pudding. I've been putting out a lot of proof for a long time. It's up to you to believe it. I'm not in the convincing business. But I do love you guys. I will continue to pray for you and your family. And may the good Lord continue to keep you, guide you, fill you up with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and put love in your heart. And may you stand fast and stand in the gap for Jesus Christ. All right? See you on my next video. Take care.
The problem is that they have total control over everything. So anytime you see things going on, just understand that the powers that be in this government want it that way. Franklin Roosevelt, probably most of you don't remember who he was. He was one of the presidents. Franklin Roosevelt made a statement publicly that I think is very important. He said that anytime you see anything happen in politics, you better understand it was planned that way. So anything that's going on in this country that you see that sounds crazy and lunacy, it's crazy and lunacy to you. But to those guys who are doing it, they know what they're doing. There is a method to the madness. I want to show you, and I think it'd be better if I just go on and begin with the slides, because I have so many of them, and I'll just stop and comment as we're going. Are we going to be able to... Well, I don't know. Let's see. Is that okay? Yeah, okay. On the dollar bill, you'll see on the back of the dollar bill, you'll see the symbol on the left-hand side of the bill, which is Annuit Coeptus, which means our enterprise is now a success, or our enterprise is crowned with success. Annuit Coeptus. So you're saying, fine, so you have an enterprise and is now crowned with success. What enterprise are you talking about? Novus Ordo Seclorum. Novus is novus, meaning new. Ordo is order, and Seclorum is where we get the word secular, meaning the world. So it's new order of the world, the new world order. George Bush's new world order is now a success. But the problem is this was put on the dollar bill back in 1934. 1934 is when the Federal Reserve actually finally took total control of the United States monetary system, and that's when they said it is now a success, because this is a symbol. This is an emblem of a secret society of Freemasons called the Illuminati, the German Bavarian Illuminati. They were a secret society founded in the south of Germany. They were called the Illuminati, the Illuminated Ones, the Enlightened Ones. They they connected themselves to another group of Freemasons in France, in the south of France, referred to as the Pierre de Sion, French Grand Orient Temple Masons. And so this symbol today, while it's on the back of a $1 bill, it is also incidentally on a document in the British Museum and in the Louvre Museum. Both have some of the original writings of that sect of Freemasons in Germany that are today on display. And on one of the documents, it has that exact symbol, Annuit Coeptis Novus Odosiclorum, and that was in 1774 that the Bavarian Illuminati drew up their plans for what they were going to do in America and how they were going to do it. And that's not a new. That's not just from 1934. That goes all the way back to 1774, 1775. It's a symbol of a secret society. The triangle at the top with the light emanating from around it is Horus, the god of the ancient Egyptians. Of course, this is an Egyptian pyramid. You don't find pyramids in America. You find them in Egypt. And that pyramid is the symbol of the eye. Was in the Egyptian religion Horus, which was the newborn sun. Every morning when the sun came up, his name was Horus. There was that was the solar divinity in Egypt. Horus was God's son, the light of the world, who is risen. He is our risen Savior, our risen. And so Horus was referred to as God's son, and that's why the light is emanating from around, because it's the sun. The sun is a round eyeball of God. The ancient Egyptians believed the pupil of God was the sun, and he's watching you, and therefore the sun was very bright. And so today we even say someone who is extremely intelligent is brilliant. They're bright, and that's why God is, of course, the most brilliant of all. Therefore the sun is the most brilliant because it's God's eye. All right, anyway, there are 13 layers on the pyramid. And the 1776 at the bottom is 1776. A lot of people think it's because of the country being founded in 1776. It has nothing to do with that. As I said, this is on a document published back in 1774, 75, and then in 1776 the Roman numerals appeared on it in Europe. So what it amounted to is that the 1776 was when this secret society actually formed itself into a secret society and put itself into operation. Like any other secret society or fraternal order, there's a few years in the formative stages. And then there's a time when they actually get a charter and come together and actually become an actual organization. And then they get a charter from the government and they actually are a legal organization. They were in operation in the 1760s, 1770s, but it wasn't until 1776 that they actually made themselves into a coherent order, and it was called the Order and Sect of the Illuminati. They were the basis for what we call today in our country the Bavarian Illuminati was the basis for what we call today the Colombian faction. The Colombian faction of the Illuminati came here right after this government was formed, and that's where we get today this Columbia Space Shuttle, Columbia Movies, Columbia Television, Columbia Records, everything, Columbia University. As a matter of fact, Columbia TV, Columbia Broadcasting System, CBS. What is the symbol for CBS? It's the all-seeing eye of CBS. It's the Colombian faction of a secret society that calls themselves the Colombians, and that's why our government is in the District of Columbia, because these guys own our government. They print our money, and they own not only the government, but they own you. You are their property.